Hello and welcome to Finance 101. On today's video, this is going to be episode 2 of Road to 10K with Wealthsimple. So, as you can see from the last video to now, the money I had in my account went up just a little bit. That's because I ended up adding $500 to my account. And if we scroll down, we can see that I bought a new stock. That is DIV. DIV is a Canadian company. So what they do, okay, let's go there and find out exactly what they do. So as you can see, I think I bought about 2-3 days ago, and already I am up over here 2.7%, and that's $7 of the return. So if I scroll all the way down, we'll find out what they do. So they are Diversify Royalty Corp. They engage in acquisition of well-managed royalty from multi-local businesses. So basically, one of the companies they own is Mr. Lube. If anybody do oil change, you know what Mr. Lube is. Air Miles and other things they own is the Nurse Nestor and Oxford Learning. So I bought this company because when I found out, I was just looking around at Wealthsimple to see what stocks they have, and that's when I came across it. And then I did my little research on there, and I found out that they're starting to pay a dividend of 20 cents per share. And when I saw it, I was amazed to see that a stock that's $2.70 is paying 20-cent dividend. So after I did the research and I found out it was okay to go, I just bought 100 shares, and that was $279 Canadian. So I think that's a good buy, and we will find out like a month or two from now how far it has gone. So when I put the money in, my intention was to buy 1 or 2 more Apple. But if you go in Apple now, so you can see Apple has really gone up from my last video, and my target to buy Apple is normally $120 to $125, but right now Apple went up so much last days that it's $145 now. So I find it a little bit expensive to buy right now. As you can see, I only own 3 shares of Apple right now, and my return is 14.53%. That's really good, just owning 3 shares that are up $55.23, and that is US. So that's why I didn't buy Apple. So I'm hoping buying the IV, I'll gain some money, and when Apple go down, I'll sell it and buy more Apple with it. So Apple went up, and let's see what BristolMyers did from the past week. BristolMyers, if I go a week, okay, let's see a week from here. If I go a week, I'm up 0.6%. That's actually good. So I have 3 BristolMyers, and as you can see, my return is $7.98. That's good. And let's see how far it worked the past week. Let's go the week. And you can see forward on the past week, I am down 3% and 3.21% the past week. So that is 48 cents on each. But that's okay because as you can see, I'm still up here $62 on forward. And I'm sure they'll come back. Norwegian Cruise Line. Let's see Norwegian Cruise Line for the past week. Virgin Cruise Line, the past week, I'm down 6.88%, down $2 on each shares. Then you can see, as you can see, I'm down $12. And so WWR, that's the stock that it went up to 10 something. I got a little greedy, and that's when I'm down the most on. I'm down $300. So if you see here, the past week, I'm down 9%. So this stock actually went up a lot. Like I was up and I was getting a little greedy and it came back down. That's why I always say it's important to know when to sell a stock. And I even think that it's not that important how much you buy it for, but yeah, knowing the price you're gonna sell at, that's even more important as the price you get in. So that's a lesson I learned, and it's so much hype about this stock. That's why I hold on to it. If not, I would have taken my loss and sell it. But it's so much hype about how it's gonna go up. That's the only reason I'm holding on to it for now. So that's what is holding me back in all the stocks right now. Also, it was a new IPO, that is Chinese Uber, and I was trying to buy some here, and I couldn't buy it here because it wasn't on here yet. But I bought some on my IBC, and then the stock IPO'd about $14, and and everybody was talking about how it's gonna go up to $30. But apparently the Chinese government came out and said no one should download the app anymore, but if you have it already, you can use it. And it made the stock goes down a lot. From 14, it dropped down to $11 at one point. I ended up buying more at, I think, $11.50. And I'm still down a little bit, but I think when they clear everything up, that is going to really come in for me. So there's an update for Road to 10K. So the best way from wherever you start to 10K is try to deposit some money in, say once a month or every 2 weeks, whatever you can put in, and price a compounding of the dividend or the stocks you buy. It will help you grow your account, and in no time you're gonna get to 10K. So right now I have Apple that pay dividend, DIV pays dividend. I think Ford pays dividend too, and BristolMyers pay dividend too. So 1, 2, 3, 4 out of my 6 stocks I pays dividend. So I try to look for stocks that pay dividend because that's a compounding, and it will help me get to my goal of reaching 10K faster. Last week wasn't the greatest week because a couple of days ago it was like a bloodbath in the stock market. Everything was red. So, but considering how Apple went up and a couple of them, I'm in the positive. It was pretty good week for my portfolio. So let's see what next week brings us. So bye for now. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Share the video. Give me a thumbs up. Help me grow my channel. And together we're going to go from 2K to 10K. Bye for now.